Well, welcome everyone. And thank you so much for coming out tonight. And with our beautiful sunny day today, it's a perfect time to talk about allergies. Because as this says, many people are fed up with their allergies and they don't know what to do. And I know myself, I had very bad allergies. And I remember going for the scratch test and I was allergic to everything. And what happens is you get on the antihistamines and they stop working. And the reason I actually got into Neolife 27 years ago is because my son had severe respiratory issues. And he ended up with asthma, and asthma is often allergy driven. And that was the source for his asthma. So, and he used to have gut pains because a lot of times there's digestive connections and stuff. And when we met a coworker of my husband, and I saw how well she did, and I asked her, I said, is this something that could help my son? So anyways, once I got the information, it made a lot of sense because I realized, like our foods are different and our environment's different. So when I saw this, I got David started, and it wasn't overnight or a miracle because, these products don't cure, diagnose, or treat any disease, but it was amazing. Within about 6 months, I noticed he was improving so drastically. And now today he's actually a firefighter. So that got me excited, and myself too with my allergies. I hardly ever bothered. And we'll talk about some things you could do while you're having, allergy symptoms, and then how to build up your system so that eventually you don't even need to use a lot of the things, because we find that a lot of people, once they get going, they don't need it. So when you look at the food, especially so many food allergies now, you have to kind of ask yourself, are we allergic to the food? Or are we allergic to what's been done to it in America? So here's some of the stats. As you can see, the cough and cold and allergy market, like it's 9.5 billion, upper respiratory medicine, billions. According to the Center of Disease Control, an allergic condition is a hypersensitivity disorder in which the immune system reacts to substances in the environment that are normally considered harmless. So this is why allergies are actually in that autoimmune disease category. In conclusion, if you strengthen your immune system, you can fight these seasonal allergies. And that's what we're going to talk a lot about tonight. And according to the Center of Disease Control, allergic conditions are among the most common medical conditions affecting children in Canada. And as you know, like you hardly know anybody now whose children don't have allergies. And there's a lot of eczema too, which is connected. So why are people more allergic? Well, each generation is becoming a bit weaker. We inherit the strength of our immune systems, and we're exposed to more and more chemicals in our food, water, and air than ever before. And also a lack of those omega-3 fatty acids during pregnancy, especially since women are told not to eat fish. And this is resulting in a greater incidence and severity of allergies. So you can see it's kind of like a cascade. It's kind of building up. So what's some possible allergy symptoms? Well, I'm not going to read all these, but you can see there's so many different ones, from acne to, I know with me, I used to get the sinus, the nasal congestion, and a lot of people get runny noses and itchy eyes. And it can be diarrhea too. It can even be in your intestinal system, and bloating and migraines. And that was me with the migraines. Probably one of the big causes was all my allergies. And even weight gain, because if you have a lot of inflammation, you can't lose weight. So a lot of people don't realize that allergies produce inflammation. So it's definitely something that causes a lot of problems. So what can cause allergies? Stress, either physical or emotional, because of course, what happens when we're stressed? We shut down our digestive system, right? Insufficient sleep. Sleep is so important. Overconsumption and exposure. And that can be consumption of fast foods, exposure to environmental things. EMFs, that's the cell phone towers, the computers, airport scanners. We're exposed to a lot of that in our environment now, and even as we age. And I know I found it interesting because I was told that if in one of your parents has allergies, your child has up to a 50% chance of having allergies. And if both of your parents have allergies, you have up to 100%. So you have a bit of a predisposition. Not saying you can't deal with it, but it definitely makes you more prone to it. And of course, poor diet, compromised immune systems, and that's so important, especially right now. Digestive disorders, lack of enzymes. A lot of kids, I talk to a lot of people, and they say that they've had stomach problems since they were a child. Candida overgrowth is a big problem, parasite infestation, and and of course, a toxic liver. And then what are we exposed to in our environment? Well, in that toxic load, industrial pollutants, additives, pesticides, herbicides, medications, synthetic vitamins, and harsh cleaners. And what the allergic load is, that's the amount of chemicals, food allergens, and inhalant pollutants a person's exposed to before symptoms appear. So it's kind of like that, you hear the old thing, the straw that broke the camel's back, because I'll talk to people and they say, I never had allergies in my whole life. Then all of a sudden, boom. But it wasn't that they were kind of festering. It's just all of a sudden it came out. And of course, a lot of the choices for drugs, for allergies is drugs, but every drug has a side effect. You see with antihistamines, there's a lot of issues with those, especially the non-drowsy ones can cause, heart irregularity. They actually shut down the immune system so that you don't react, but that's not always a positive. And then of course, in decongestants and nasal sprays, and of course the steroids have very, very severe very severe side effects, including, we can even get osteoporosis and all sorts of problems. And sometimes this is like, I know, like this is sort of the first line of defense. Sometimes when you're in absolute trauma, you do have to do it, but hopefully once you build up your immune system, you don't need to do it anymore. So what can we do to make ourselves healthier? Well, I talked about rest, get a good 8 hours sleep, things like exercise, yoga, massage, rest whenever possible. If you feel tired, take it easy and de-stress. As far as your eating habits, clean up your diet as best you can. I always say any change is a good change, right? Avoid known food allergens, don't give in to cravings, fill the gaps with good quality supplements, and build and boost our immune system. And for digestion, try not to drink with your meals, especially ice water. Avoid overeating, take good quality enzymes. And also the regulars, drink plenty of water, the 3-day detox, regular yeast cleanses, increase your bowel movements, and reduce your toxic load. So as we always talk about, what is the 3 basic keys to optimal health? Well, of course, your foundation is diet, weight management, and physical activity. That never changes no matter what you're dealing with. And as you know, diet is what you eat, but the reality is all 75%, up to 75% of all chronic diseases are preventable. And this is the Canadian Food Guide. And this way of eating goes as well for allergic reactions. You want to have lots of dark colored fruits and vegetables, very important for the immune system. In fact, they're saying 8 to 13 servings a day. We want to eat good quality protein foods. We need that for repair, and choose whole grain foods, not the processed grains, and make water a drink of choice. And of course, especially with allergies, you got to make sure that you're flushing out all those toxins, because without water, you can't absorb nutrients, your muscles cramp, it regulates blood, body temperature, so many benefits. And so now I'd like to introduce Nadas, because she's going to share with us what we aren't eating and how it's affecting us.
Absolutely. And Mary Ellen, I'm glad that you talked about the hereditary piece. And I suffered from allergies for many, many years. And I was using antihistamines year round for about 5 years. And every time a commercial would come on advertising a new antihistamine, I couldn't wait to buy it. I was just always trying the latest and the best antihistamine. And looking back, I'm going back over 30 years ago, probably 40 years ago now. My mom, I remember her going for allergy shots, which was very popular. And she was in her 30s and 40s, and then I was in my 20s. And I thought, wow, is that going to be me? Am I going to have to start going for allergy shots? And my allergies were so bad that I had a constant nasal drip, especially at night when I'd go to sleep at night. And I used to sleep with Kleenex on my nose. I know, not very attractive, but it was the only way that I could have a peaceful sleep. And because I needed my rest. And some of you know that I was working as a police officer in Toronto. And the one thing that I needed a lot and the most was sleep, because of the shift work. And I did find that, and one of your slides talked about rest and sleep. Well, let me tell you, my allergies were bad, but they got worse when I started working shift work, because I wasn't sleeping properly, right? And being exposed to toxins, working downtown Toronto, breathing in car exhaust. So it was a huge challenge. And I actually forget how bad it was because it was so long ago. And Neolife was an amazing solution to my allergies. I used to visit people that had cats, and I couldn't stay in their house for more than 10 minutes. Now I can sleep over and hang out with my friends that have cats. So amazing results on my allergies and my immune system. But when I first looked at Neolife over 30 years ago, it wasn't for my allergies. It was for fatigue and stress because of my job. And my mom was really struggling with a lot of pain from fibromyalgia and arthritis. And in this study here, it was a worldwide study. And yes, it was based on what we aren't eating. And this is what drew me to the company, because I really thought that I was getting everything from my food. So this was an article or a study that was published in Lancet, and it talked about all the nutrients that we were not getting enough of in our diet: low whole grains, low fruit, low nuts and seeds, low omega-3, and low vegetables. So these are the things that we're just not eating enough of. And we're going to talk a lot about the whole grains, because this is the piece that helped me understand that no matter how healthy I was eating, no matter how I was preparing my foods, I wasn't getting the whole grains in my diet anymore. And it's because our grains today are no longer the grains that we had available over 60, 70 years ago. Our grains are no longer whole. They mill and process all the essential lipids and phytosterols out of the grain to have a longer shelf life. Our breads, our pastas, our cereals, all our flour products. Think about it. How long does a loaf of bread last? Weeks. Cereal, right? Years. Pasta, forever. And there was a doctor, Dr. Segal, made a powerful statement, and he stated that it's perhaps the most important health problem in America. And this is what drew me to the company. And, I thought, how am I going to get these grain oils back into my diet again? And, filling the gaps and supplementing is a great solution for things that are missing. And there's so much research that's showing us and telling us now that in order to prevent disease and slow aging and, fight some of these age-related diseases, we need to supplement, because it's almost impossible to get everything in our diet every single day. But Mary Ellen, when it comes to supplementation, being a holistic nutritionist, you see what's out there. And I watched my mom for years take supplements with no results. I'd never taken stuff before. So I was kind of, skeptical, because I watched her take products that didn't work. Now, why is it that people aren't getting the results by taking these products that they're buying off the shelf?
Yeah, so many of the products, as you can see, like they tested over-the-counter supplements, and they found from 2007 to 2016 that the products marketed as dietary supplements contain hidden active ingredients that are unsafe and unstudied. And even the University of Guelph went into all the health food stores and drugstores. None of them met their label claims. So there's a lot of problems. Just because a product's in a store doesn't mean that it's actually safe. And when I looked at Neolife, that was one thing that really impressed me. The fact it had been around since 1958, with never having a dietary recall. It was in over 50 countries around the world, and it met or exceeded every single health standard. And they absolutely were just a pioneer in nutrition, in the industry of nutrition. And when people ask me, well, what do I look for in a supplement? I say, well, the first thing you want to know is what it's made from. Just because it's natural, it can be petroleum, sheep wool, all sorts of things, but it's not necessarily whole food. But as Nada pointed out in that study, what we're missing are the whole grains, the fruits and vegetables, and the wild salmon. We're not missing petroleum, pine bark, and those type of substances. And every single ingredient is GMO free. So there's so many intrinsic factors in whole foods that work together. And the Scientific Advisory Board is the reason that we have this high quality control. Because you can be sure that, what's on the label is in the bottle and nothing else. And also what's in the bottle is actually been proven to get into the body. Because I see so many people who show me supplements and, oh, it looks okay, but it's not working. It's because it hasn't been checked for that bioavailability. Dr. Arthur First was the founding member of the Scientific Advisory Board. He was one of the top toxicologists in the world. So that's why our products are so pure. And he also was a co-founder of oral chemotherapy. When he was doing his research in cancer, he found nutrients in food prevent disease. And that's why he joined up with Neolife, because they're whole food philosophy. And as you can see, he set up our Scientific Advisory Board of world-renowned scientists and researchers who are involved in the research and development, and not just a good-looking doctor. You also want to make sure there's good independent studies done on the products, not just on raspberries or blueberries, that the products actually tested and published in peer-reviewed journals. And Neolife a lot of people have not heard of Neolife, but very, very well known in scientific circles. So Nada, do you want to share how we can fill that gap with our Pro Vitality?
Absolutely, because that grain oil, those essential lipids and phytosterols was one of the first things that drew me to the company, because it helped me with my fatigue and my hormones and energy. And that's that first little green pill that's in this Pro Vitality pack. And we're going to talk about the different capsules that are in this amazing product called Pro Vitality Plus. And the trans grain concentrate is the grain oils, the essential lipids from whole grain, less gluten than a bowl of gluten-free cereal. And it was developed from a research hospital study with patients that were suffering from chronic fatigue and depression. And this is why when I started taking Tran, the difference in my energy and my hormones and my PMS was completely under control. And it helps with your cells for energy and efficiency. And how these oils work is they work at the cellular level. You're only as healthy as your cells, okay? And there's trillions of cells. And the basic function of a healthy cell is to take in nutrients and to eliminate waste. So if you're not getting these grain oils in your diet, your cell looks like the one on the left. Not all nutrients can go in, not all the waste can go out. So you're having a lot of very tired, a lot of very sluggish cells. You add grain oils, the Tran grain concentrate, nutrients go in and waste goes out. And Texas A&M University, they proved using Tran grain concentrate that your cells will absorb 50% more of the nutrients out of your diet. And this is why when I started taking the green oils, I had a great diet. I was exercising. Why did I have all these health challenges? The nutrients were not being utilized properly. So if you have a great diet, you'll get so much more benefit and your cells will just work better. So the carotenoids is the next product. And this is what really helped as one of the products that helped me with my allergies. And it's your fruits and vegetables, your dark colored fruits and vegetables. I knew I had to eat more. But for me, with shift work, it was a challenge. I tried to eat fruits and vegetables and make salads, but the amount that you have to eat every day, big challenge. And you saw that, right? Half your plate should be your dark colored fruits and vegetables every single day. It's a challenge, 9 to 13 servings a day. So the USDA and the Center for Disease Control, they proved that the carotenoids from Neolife will boost your immune system 37% in just 20 days. Published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition and presented at the New York Academy of Sciences. It was patented. One of these capsules that's in this little vitality pack in 1 month, it's the antioxidant power of consuming 80 pounds of raw fruits and vegetables in every box. And it's made from carrots and tomatoes and peppers and spinach and squash and apricots and peaches, so made from whole food. The other nutrient that really helps with allergies and immune response is inflammation. So omega-3 plays a really big role in supporting your body as well for immune system and promoting, reducing the inflammatory index. But the Neolife Salmon Oil Plus is very unique, has all 8 omega-3, tested for 200 contaminants, 0 tolerance factor. It's made from pure Atlantic cold pressed fish and clinically proven to reduce the inflammatory index by 68%. So this is huge, and this plays a big role in allergies as well, because there's a lot of inflammation when you're dealing with allergies. The last little capsule in here is your multivitamin. So I call this like the Cadillac of multi, because it's not just a multivitamin. You're getting your vitamins and minerals, you're getting your grain oils, your fish oil, your carotenoids, all in this convenient little pack. So it supports so many things in your body. You'll have more energy. You'll have to slow aging. The grain oils and the fish oil helps with your healthy joints, your skin, your hair, everything just starts to glow. We call it the Neolife Glow. Healthy heart, immune system, brain function, clear vision, antioxidant protection, and again, just protecting your cells. So now I'm going to talk about our kids, because this is so important. Our kids need these nutrients as well, because you have to start building their immune systems when they're little. And the Vita Squares and the Vita Guard is the chewable version for kids, and they taste great. My kids grew up on these products. The Vita Squares is like your vitamins and minerals with your lipids and phytosterols, your grain oils. Vita Guard is like your carotenoids, your antioxidants. And then we have our salmon oil. And when they're babies, we have the liquid called Liquivite. And that, again, it's vitamins, minerals, grain oils, and antioxidants in that liquid form. And it tastes really good. Babies absolutely love it. So another nutrient that's important is protein. And a lot of people think, well, protein, why is that so important for allergies? Well, let me tell you, protein is so critical for every cell in your body. It's not just for muscle building and muscle toning. It plays such a big role. And it's a perfect breakfast for the whole family. my kids grew up on it. I have taken this protein shake every day for almost 30 years. And it's been my go-to for sure for breakfast and not the odd time lunch if I didn't have time to eat lunch. And it comes in 3 awesome flavors: vanilla, chocolate, creamy berry. It is a complete meal replacement. But the main thing, it's a complete amino acid profile. The protein quality is very, very high. It's easy to digest. It helps to regulate blood sugar, and it builds immunity. Okay, protein builds immune cells, and it's hard to get this in your diet. It's all plant-based. So another thing that's unique about the Neolife Shake is all 22 amino acids. So it's a complete protein. It helps with building and repairing of healthy tissues, helps with digestion. Protein makes enzymes. And I didn't understand that. I didn't know that my allergies had a lot to do with my poor digestion over the years, because I had a lot of tummy troubles for many, many years. Antibodies fight infection and disease, important for regulating your hormones. Collagen in your skin, right? Protein makes collagen and helps to control blood sugar levels as well. What's inside? Completely natural. That's why it's safe for babies. All 22 amino acids. A protein score that's very high. Again, very easy to digest. Branched chain amino acids, that helps with the muscle toning and the muscle building. If you are exercising and working out, or as we age, we lose lean muscle mass. This helps to prevent that. 5 grams of fiber, again, glycemic control response, and all your vitamins and minerals. So it is a complete meal replacement. So it's great for weight loss as well. What's not inside? No artificial anything. No high fructose corn syrup, no preservatives, no gluten, no cholesterol, no saturated fats, no hydrogenated fats, 90% lactose free, no GMO ingredients. And yes, you can take this while you're nursing. Somebody just asked. It's safe for baby, safe for mom, safe for pregnant moms, safe for while nursing moms, because it's food. It's just food. And it's very, very good from mom to pass on to baby. Okay. So, Mary Ellen, what else do we do?
Yeah, there's, sorry about that. There's lots of things we can do to kind of help our allergies. A lot of people, when they start on the breakfast pack, they do find their allergies get better. But what we can do also to help support this is de-stress. And this is one of my favorite products, the Aloe Vera Plus. It supports stress relief, digestive function, and vitality. And it's especially good, especially for kids who also get eczema with their allergies. This is a gel-only portion for optimal taste and efficacy. It's a 3-time herbal tea blend of ginseng to energize, chamomile, and passion flower to calm and relax. And it's got potassium, magnesium, which are those electrolytes, and vitamin C. And I do find it cuts mucus. So a lot of times when you get that cough that comes with allergies, it's very helpful. And you just sip slowly 1 to 2 ounces of aloe, you swish it around your mouth, you swallow. It's great for people with cankers and stuff too. And you can take it before bedtime. It helps with sleeping to relax you. And as I mentioned, also great for eczema. Another product that's great too is our tray. And this is a powerhouse of, it's not a juice, it's a powerhouse antioxidant. It's a combination of nature's most potent health-enhancing ingredients, which are called polyphenols. You're starting to hear a lot about that. It's got anti-aging, and it's just super, super nutrient dense and diverse. And it contains nutrients to support heart health, brain health, memory, immunity, eye health, and so much more. And this is what science is telling us. If we don't have enough of these polyphenols, like these vibrant berries in our diet, our immune system goes down and we're more prone to allergies, where if you have a high amount, you can cope with it. Your immune system is stronger. So it's very powerful. Your risk definitely is so much higher. So what's in it? Well, 20 times a punjacalcin, I would say that word wrong, a fresh pomegranate juice, 7 times the antioxidant power of ripe red tomatoes, 5 to 10 times the resveratrol of fine red wine, and 6 times the alpha lipoic acid of fresh spinach. Alpha lipoic acid also helps to regulate blood sugar. So it's a powerhouse. So what else can we do? Well, we can improve our digestion. As Nada mentioned, especially when you're on a lot of medication, your digestive system gets really, really stressed. So we want to eat raw foods, chew them well. If you have heartburn, bloating, the beta-glucan enzymes are great for that, and even to help us absorb the nutrients out of our foods better. And a big area too, especially if you have been on medication, is an imbalance of the good bacteria. So this is where probiotics play a role. And with a lot of autoimmune, they do find there's a lot of leaky gut. And that's where the aloe and acidophilus play a big role because they boost immune resistance, produce antibiotic substances like pro-antibiotic, and discourage growth of bad bacteria. The difference with the Neolife acidophilus, I have so many people say, I've taken acidophilus for years. It doesn't really do anything. This is whole food derived and it's concentrated active cultures. There's 5 billion live microflora, but what makes it really unique, it has a gel guard coating on, and so it gets right down into the right area. In fact, one acidophilus capsule is like 10 servings of yogurts or 5 servings of acidophilus milk. Another way to help your allergies is to detox, get rid of all those toxins that we've breathed in and all those years. And our 3-day detox is amazing. And it's so great because you can eat all day. For 2 days, all you eat is fruit and vegetables. Then the 3rd day, you introduce the protein, but it removes proteins from the body, helps to reset the immune system. If you do need to lose weight, it does help because if you have toxins, you can't lose weight, slows premature aging, and gives you so much more energy. So here's some allergy first aid for when you're in trauma, okay? The Respex is one of my favorites because, I used to use this a lot when my allergies were bad, but now I find I hardly ever use it, but I always carry it with me because if somebody's all sneezy and itchy eyes and stuff, you just give them a couple and it works right away. In fact, I had a personal trainer in my gym who he'd got the seasonal allergies and he said, this was amazing. I had another person who used to have chronic sinus infections all the time. It just, during allergy season, it just is incredible. And it just includes things like horseradish to support normal airflow in the sinuses and lungs and promote a healthy immune response. And there's actually 10 different herbs in there that do all things like thyme and hyssop to promote and clear open airways free of restrictions or excess moisture content, especially in the upper respiratory tract. So why would we want to use herbs? Well, they're proven to be safe and effective, no side effects, right? They're not habit forming. They work naturally and gently. You can be healthy and meet all your dietary needs and still be well. For instance, suffering from seasonal allergies. So the herbal alternative can enhance your wellness. And what's the difference with Neolife's herbs? It's developed by the foremost medical herbalist under the guidance of the Scientific Advisory Board. It exceptionally pure herbs, hand harvested in ancient fields, no toxic gases, gamma radiation, or preservatives, which are often used. And it's guaranteed purity, potency, and consistency, no chemical or animal products. And it's definitely ancient wisdom plus modern science. And what does the Respex target? Well, our upper respiratory tract. So it's great for things like the nose, the mouth, the sinuses, the throat. Contains herbs with a history of promoting healthy immune response, clear open airways, normal airflow, and restrictions and excess moisture content, and fighting seasonal allergies. And at this time, Joan, could I have you share your allergy story for us?
Sure, I'd love to. Yeah, when I was introduced in 1995, I had severe seasonal allergies, both spring and fall. And I'd have the itchy eyes, the itchy throat, and runny nose. And I was taking antihistamines constantly. At that time, I wasn't focusing on my allergies. I was focusing on building my immune system and my energy level because of my cancer treatment. But I started using the Respex just to get relief, and that seemed to help. And as I went along boosting my immune system and detoxing, I found that the symptoms were less, right? So what I did was I took the vitamin A as well, which helped with the lungs, and the Respex, of course, and the Beta Guard. And you were mentioning about detoxing. So that helped me to detox. And so now I don't have allergies anymore. And I'm not sure when it stopped, but over the years, because of my strong immune system and detoxing, I was able to get rid of them. So I used to have Respex all the time in my purse. I don't have to have them anymore because I don't have any symptoms. And it's been wonderful.
Great. Thank you so much, Joan, for sharing that story. It's so true. With your immune system down, it causes many conditions, for sure. So that's great that your allergies are better. And your immunity, that's super important because it protects against the things that harm you, biological, biochemical, diet dependent. And, this is where you can add a lot more fruits and vegetables to your diet to strengthen your body's immune defenses, because this is a powerful antioxidant protection, and it's just dark color fruits and vegetables. Nutrient density and diversity of carefully selected fruits and vegetables. A single pack contains 6 optimal servings of fruits and vegetables from 25 different sources. So this is a powerhouse. So if your immune system is really suppressed, this is a great way because it contains broad spectrum whole food carotenoids, flavonoids, and crucifers, and 100% natural and beyond organic. And, especially too, if you're traveling and, like I know you try to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, but there are days where you just don't get it. So this is a great way to fill the gap. And as you can see, that little packet has 3 of those carotenoids we talked about, 2 flavonoids and 1 cruciferous. And the carotenoids protect the fatty part of the cell, the flavonoids, the watery part, and the cruciferous detoxifies the cell. So it's great for those hormonally mediated type estrogens things as well. So also, which is great for enhancing immune competence, is garlic and allium foods. They support healthy immune response and also, again, support the gastrointestinal health. So the Neolife garlic is a complete blend of powerful garlic and allium food factors. And it's targeted delivery. So again, you don't get garlic breath. It's enteric coated. It gets right down into through the stomach acid. And it's guaranteed to have 4,200 micrograms of active allicin. All the benefits of fresh raw garlic without the garlic breath. And of course, vitamin C, we know is a super, especially antiviral, very important. It's an immunity booster, helps the body absorb iron. The difference with the Neolife All-C is it's high purity, high potency. It has those whole food bioflavonoids. So a lot of times you just get straight ascorbic acid. So you don't absorb very much of it. When you put the bioflavonoids with it, it's like eating it in food. So you get much higher absorption. Broad spectrum protection, long lasting. My grandkids love the All-C. They chew it. They think it's like a candy. They think it's just a treat. And that exclusive Neoplex concentrate for optimal absorption and utilization. And not one of them's ever been on antibiotics, and they take their vitamins every day. So it makes such a difference. And of course, you're hearing a lot right now for strengthening immune response. Zinc supports immune cell proliferation and wound healing and promotes antioxidant enzyme function, right? And Neolife Zinc is a double amino acid chelate, which means you absorb it 5 times better, high purity and potency from pharmaceutical grade natural raw materials. So it's a great product. So what else can we do? Reduce our toxic load. Easy way to do that, especially right now we're in spring cleaning, and I think this is Earth Month or whatever. Using these cleaners, not only do you help yourself by getting rid of the toxins, you're helping the environment. The LDC, you can wash all your fruits and vegetables, all your light duty cleaning. The Super 10s, all the heavy duty cleaning, and they work. Like I've tried a lot of natural stuff that really does nothing. And the G1 is a laundry compound, and I have a lot of clients with kids with eczema, and even just switching to the laundry compound, even though they were using other natural products, they said it's incredible difference with the kids' skin for sure. So Nada, could I get you to come back and sort of give a conclusion to everything for us?
Absolutely. So, I mean, I know, Marielle, we talked and covered a lot of products tonight, and we're focusing on allergies, but that breakfast pack that we talked about initially, the vitamin pack, the Pro Vitality with the protein shakes, is always a great place to start. And then if you do have, like if you're buying antihistamines, then I would recommend try the Respex, because that is something I used for a while as a natural antihistamine until I was able to build up my immune system where I didn't need it anymore. But the breakfast pack with the acidophilus and the vitamin A was something that really helped me, because the vitamin A helps to break apart the mucous membranes, or so the mucus, it turns it into liquid to heal the mucous membranes. This is something that I learned, and when I started introducing the vitamin A to my program, what a difference. My sinuses drained, and that helped to, I think, speed up the process of alleviating my allergies, and also the gut, adding the probiotic, which is the acidophilus. So these are like the first aid kind of products to start with if you have really serious allergies. The vitamin C, like you said, is a natural antihistamine, and the aloe vera is great if you do have gut and digestive issues as well. So again, it just depends, I think, on how serious your allergies are, but the Beta Guard, I have to say, is one of my favorites. I mean, a lot of science behind this product. Dr. Arthur First developed that product to pull toxins out of your cells, and it was designed for after chemo. So it removes toxic metals from the body. And I live in the country on 33 acres. What's all around me? people think, oh, you're in the country, your air is clear and clean. But what are they doing all around me in all those farm fields? They're spraying, right? And I'll never forget Dr. Arthur First, when I met him the first time and we chatted about immune function. And when he heard I was driving motorcycles at work and lived in the country, he said, you are exposed to toxins all day. At work, breathing in car exhaust, driving those motorcycles around. And when you get home with all the farm fields, he said, you should be taking a Beta Guard on the way to work and on the way home. Really made a huge, huge difference in my allergies. Amazing results. And I'm going to actually ask Leonie to join me, because her son, when I met him, oh my gosh, I remember looking at his eyes every time I'd come to visit, and I could see the dark red and the itchy and the watery. Hey, Leonie, can you join us?
Yeah, actually, Nada, thank you for asking me. Yeah, that was, you know what, we met you, 13 years ago now. And my son, James, he was 14 at the time. And he was suffering from allergies, and it was in the spring, and he was allergic to ragweed, and he was in really bad shape, and he was constantly blowing his nose. And like Nada said, his eyes were itchy, his nose was itchy, his throat was itchy, and it's from morning till the evening. And he would even stick tissues in his nose because it was drippy, right? So what happened was, and for the sake of this testimony, like even Nada was saying, the vitamin A, oh my gosh, there was tons of mucus. It was disgusting. But I'm saying that because of this testimony, but it was pretty bad. And so anyway, I really felt really bad for him. And so Nada came around and she said, hey, you know what? He tried him on, she was put on the vitamin A. Oh yeah, I have to say that also helped, gave him antihistamines, which only sometimes help. So she put him on the vitamin A, Resp11, and then the Beta Guard. And that was in the spring. And after 2 months, he said that his morning sneezing had stopped from constant to sporadic. And his eyes didn't look as bloodshot as they usually would. And he started them in the fall. After that, he did he was on the, what's that? The Pro Vitality, and then Nourish Shake. And you know what? The next year after, he only started with little sniffles and then no more. And that he's like 27 now, and he doesn't have those allergies anymore. And I would say that, you know, as Nana had said, you know, you add the acidophilus and all that, and that helped later, all the digestion and stuff. But it was really good because Resp11 is very, very powerful. Very grateful. Respex. Right? It was called Resp11 before. Yes, it's Respex, right? That was.
Don't want to confuse some of the newcomers.
Yes. So it's Respex. Yes.
Thank you, Leonie.
So,
and it's funny. I watched his journey. Right, I watched him get better. Yeah. And it reminded me, because I had forgotten how, like, when people ask me, when did you get better? I don't know, because it just kind of just happened. It was like gradual, and it didn't happen overnight. And it took a few months. And it's amazing how when you build up your immune system, how you just start to feel.
Exactly.
Mary Ellen, can you answer the breastfeeding? Is Respex, is Joan on?
No, is it the protein is safe for breastfeeding? Is that what the question is?
The Respex.
Oh, the Respex? Well, it does have herbs in it. So the only thing, I'm not sure about that one. Yeah.
And I'm going to say that as a rule, herbs are not something that they recommend to take while you're breastfeeding. But because I know the Neolife products were like so safe and they weren't toxic, I continued with one Respex through both of my pregnancies. But we can get an answer from the Scientific Advisory Board. So all the products are safe. Absolutely. But as a general rule, the herbals, they say that you shouldn't really take. So we'll find out for you guys. Yeah. Awesome.
And you can take lots of vitamin C. You can do other things as well, right?
Absolutely.
And
thank you. Awesome. Yes, I mean, we've had great stories and great testimonials on how these products can help to support your immune system and help fight allergies. And then most of you are probably wondering, well, how do I get a hold of these products? Well, what's really nice about Neolife is we have a club, the Neolife Club, and the benefits of joining our wellness club. As soon as you register as a member for free, you automatically get a 15% discount. And to get wholesale, all you have to do is have something on auto ship. So that Vitality Pack or the breakfast pack that we talked about is a month's supply. You take it once a day. And when you set that up on auto ship, you get wholesale price, which is a 25% savings. and you get all your shipping back in 6 months. So they have this amazing loyalty program where you can get your shipping back. And you get your free website. And we have a referral program that when you refer 3 people to one of those health packs, your pack is free every single month. So great loyalty program that they put together in a referral program. Thanks, Mary Ellen. So these are the health packs. So you've got your vitality pack. The most popular pack is definitely the breakfast pack, because that's where you're doing your 1 vitamin pack a day, your Pro Vitality, and 1 protein shake a day. And the Shape Up pack is for weight loss. So if you're looking to shed a few pounds, then that's something we can show you how that works, and it works amazing. And it's an easy weight loss program to do. We do have an amazing support group on Facebook. It's a healthy living community. There's over 8,000 members now. And we have to be friends on Facebook, and then I can invite you to the group, but you have access to amazing stories and testimonials, video interviews. Many of our Canadian team customers are on there sharing their stories. And then you can hear some from scientists. We have a pharmacist that does presentations in this group. So we can invite you to this group. So just a great support to help you understand the power of the Neolife products. And then there's one more option. You know, when I looked at this over 30 years ago, I was not looking for business opportunity. I was really just looking at feeling better, helping my mom with her energy and her joint pain. And I was so busy with my job and tired that I couldn't even imagine, you know, building a business. But it just naturally happened, because as I got my sisters and my aunts and my friends and my neighbors and my coworkers and the stories, I realized that this was something that I could do part-time that wasn't really interfering with what I was doing. And I wanted to help people. It really, and having an impact, that was something. So if you're somebody who knows, or if you know somebody that likes helping other people, this is a great business opportunity where you can really make a difference and have an impact in people's lives, because people will thank you for introducing them to the Neolife products. I had got an amazing text today from a young lady and her kids saying that they're so grateful that they started taking just the aloe vera juice, that it's helped the entire family. So very, very grateful. So to join the business, where can you start a business for less than $100? Not too many businesses. And as a club member, you know, the benefits as to become a promoter is you can make money, $500 a month, $1,000 a month. And if you're looking at this possibly building for your future, like I did, I wanted to leave my job, and so did my husband. So we made a goal, and as we continue to share and build our team and help others, we replaced both of our incomes. So if you're in a position where you're thinking, wow, I'd like a career change, or you're worried about your job and, you know, if it was going to be there for you in the future, what a great business opportunity. I know, Mary Ellen, when I met you, you were a law clerk, you know, you were a busy mom, and, you know, you were more concerned about your kids' health and your migraines and your own health. So what changed, and why did you start to do the business?
Yeah, that's so true, Nat. All I wanted to do was get my family healthy. But when I just started sharing their experience, and I realized there's so many people who were looking for products that worked. And I started earning some extra money. And I thought, well, you know, I could always use a little bit of extra money for sure. And it helped, you know, especially when, you know, with the kids being small, there was so many expenses, and we seemed to kind of run out of month before we ran out, or run out of money before we ran out of month. And there were so many bills and things, and it just grew and grew. And without even realizing that it was possible, I ended up leaving my job, and now my husband's retired, and, you know, and we have a great life. We have the same quality of life. And even through the pandemic, we weren't affected at all. So it's really exciting that, and so positive too, helping others. Like it gives us a purpose every day to get up and help people.
And later you went back to school to become holistic nutritionist. Like, did you ever dream that would ever happen? Right?
Yeah, no, not at all.
And you don't have to be a holistic nutritionist to build this business. And that was something that it wasn't one of my goals, but when Mary Ellen shared that with me, I thought, wow, that's kind of cool, because you were ready to go back to school and learn, right? So, and there's also a really good business support group as well called The Ideal Business, a Facebook group that we can invite you to if you just want to check out the business. And a lot of great stories and business testimonials, and where people share their business journey. So you can kind of check it out and see, you know, if this is something that you might be interested in. So if you're just looking at enjoying products and getting a discount, we welcome you. You know, if you're looking at maybe a tax savings and having a little part-time business on the side, you know, to earn a few extra dollars a month, we welcome you. Or if you're thinking about maybe building something toward your retirement in your future, just ask the person that invited you. And what's really nice, you don't do this by yourself. We work together as a team. We always support each other. These presentations are for you guys to share and bring guests on so you can share this information, and you don't do this by yourself. And if you're still not sure, that's okay. You can join us at our future meetings. We host different events. If you're still wanting to learn and find out what Neolife is all about, then you can always ask us, and we can help you and guide you in that area as well. So I want to thank you so much, Mary Ellen, for sharing your knowledge, and thank you for all the testimonials tonight. I know we're going to stop the recording and open it up to questions at the end. So anything that you want to ask in regards to the presentation, the allergies, maybe to clarify some of the products and how they work, just ask us. So thank you so much for joining us tonight.